What if I told you the most influential people shaping the future of global healthcare, overseas labor, international music, disaster response, and digital education are not Americans, not Europeans, but Filipinos? For years, the world overlooked them. But now, everyone is starting to realize something extraordinary. Filipinos aren't just participating in the global economy. They are silently carrying it. And the world is finally waking up to a truth that was always there. In more than 120 countries, Filipinos keep entire industries alive. Hospitals in the UK, Canada, Germany, Saudi Arabia, Dubai, Australia. Many would collapse overnight without Filipino nurses, caregivers, and medical workers. Airports, hotels, cruise ships, IT companies, engineering firms, military bases. Filipinos are the heartbeat behind the scenes. And here is the part most people don't know. More than 10 million Filipinos live abroad. That's almost an entire country spread across the world. Yet, wherever they go, one thing remains constant: their kindness, their patience, their loyalty, their incredible work ethic. This is why companies and governments prefer Filipino workers. Not because of cheap labor, but because Filipinos bring humanity into everything they do. Everyone knows Filipinos sing, but very few know why they are so good at it. Not because of talent alone, but because of culture. Filipino families grow up singing together. Children learn harmony before they learn grammar. Music isn't a hobby, it's a language. This is why global stages, from Broadway to idol competitions to cruise ship orchestras, are filled with Filipino voices. But here's the secret the world is only discovering now. Filipinos don't sing for fame. They sing to connect. They sing to feel alive. They sing to stay hopeful, even during storms. And this emotional resilience is what makes Filipino music so powerful. It's not entertainment, it's survival. Whenever disaster strikes, earthquakes, floods, fires, wars, Filipinos are always among the first volunteers. Whether helping strangers during typhoons at home, or saving lives abroad as nurses and peacekeepers, Filipinos have a rare ability. They stay calm even in chaos. And experts say it comes from living in a place where life is unpredictable. Yet people choose happiness anyway. Even after losing everything, Filipinos smile. Not because they aren't hurting, but because hope is built into their DNA. This is why, during global crises, COVID, natural disasters, mass emergencies, Filipino workers became the world's emotional backbone. For decades, Western nations believed success meant efficiency, speed, strict professionalism. But something shifted. International companies noticed that Filipino customer service agents consistently outranked everyone else in empathy, clarity, patience, emotional intelligence. Filipinos don't just solve problems. They connect with people. A study showed that many foreigners prefer Filipino support workers because they make them feel safe, heard, and respected. This is why Japan, Canada, UAE, and European nations now offer special work pathways exclusively for Filipinos. Because they understand something now. You can teach skill, but you cannot teach heart. And Filipinos have too much of it. Millions of students worldwide learn English, math, music, science, and coding from Filipino teachers online. Kids in China, Korea, Japan, India, the Middle East, and even parts of Africa and Europe log in daily to learn from Filipino tutors. This isn't small. This is a global phenomenon. Filipinos are shaping how an entire generation thinks, speaks, learns, and dreams. But here's the twist. Most of these teachers aren't seen. They aren't celebrated. They aren't given awards. Yet, they wake up every day, open their laptops, and change someone's life across the ocean. Quietly, patiently, beautifully. Ask anyone who has lived or worked with Filipinos, and they will say the same thing. They treat you like family. And this is the secret to their global success. Filipinos don't just work, they care. They don't just blend in. They lift others up. They don't just survive. They spread joy even in the hardest places. For the first time, the world is looking at Filipinos differently, not as migrants, not as workers, not as entertainers, but as leaders of global humanity. Countries are now studying Filipino traits: emotional intelligence, resilience, hospitality, optimism, adaptability. Because these are the skills the future needs. More than machines, more than degrees, more than power. Filipinos are showing that greatness doesn't come from being the richest or the strongest. It comes from compassion. The Filipino story is not a small story. It's a global movement. It's about ordinary people doing extraordinary things. A nurse saving a stranger's life. A singer bringing joy to a cruise ship. A teacher inspiring a child across the world. A worker sending money home so a family can survive. A caregiver treating the elderly with love. A helper lifting someone's spirit with a smile. This is the Filipino legacy. Not power, not wealth, not domination, but humanity. And today, the world is finally beginning to understand. The Filipino people are not just part of the world. They make the world better.